Back, it's time to get interactive. Grab your phones and tablets and send that message. Pretty Marian Tourist here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I like that, man.
Thank you.
What's up? What's trending? What are people gossiping about?
Well, on the back foot of what you spoke about on TV yesterday, we are looking at it, but from the angle of our audience, okay, they also have a right to judge their president. It's been 2 years after all. Okay. And I'm sure most of the comments that will come through will be...
But if I ask you, can you say anything of the 2 years?
Of the 2 years...
I mean, you're a journalist. It's not like your opinion matter, but...
No, what I remember most would be the doomsaw. And the fact that we've had more corruption cases so far.
What about the positive things?
The positives, I don't know.
You don't remember anything?
No.
That's so whose fault? That it didn't happen, or that government didn't communicate very well?
No, that it would be the team, you know, because what you want, as I did PR, okay, is to make me
remember and recall
the positive things. And so the idea now is that reinforcement of all the positive things you have done, just to gloss over all the negativity. The long court case actually made it.
Okay. All right. So that's your opinion. It doesn't matter. Let's hear what the
it matters for my audience. So yes, for them, yeah.
Right.
So if it were a birthday, President Mahama will be 2 years old today. Quite young in some respects, not young in terms of leadership. We, the 24 million Ghanaians, have had a chance to assess his performance, and on this show today, you will tell me your impressions, and I will let the rest of the world know what you're talking about. JN Interactive is supported by Cepline. Cepline, it's about time. My name, Marian Toure. Stay on.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you in association with
Cepline. It's about time.
Welcome back. Your comments, your feedback, everything, protestation, chastisement, can I call it that, or praise can be sent to me directly, and I would amplify your voice and share with the rest of the world. Join us, facebook.com/joynews-on-TV. Like our page first, comment on all the posts. I'll share it, like I say, with the rest of the world. You can send us your tweets at joynews-on-TV. At JN Interactive GH. Our email address, joynewsim@mototvworld.com, and our WhatsApp number 0540109009. And hey, I am on social media at MNToure for both Twitter and Instagram, and facebook.com/Marian Toure official. So today marks 2 years to the date when President John Dramani Mahama took his oath of office as President of the Republic after the disputed 2012 election. His promises when he took office was to focus on development and also unite the country, especially after the opposition New Patriotic Party took the case to court. Let's take a look back at the swearing in 2 years ago.
That I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established.
And allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established.
Ghana's John Dramani Mahama is sworn in as president, pledging to focus on development and to unite the country. Despite an opposition boycott over last month's disputed election, several African heads of state attended the inauguration. While thousands of supporters showed their enthusiasm, Mahama's rival, Nana Akufo-Addo, has accused the new president of rigging the tightly fought poll. However, international observers gave the election a clean bill of health, despite some technical problems.
Yeah, we're still continuing with the show, and of course you have seen that. You've seen what actually the president was talking about us today, really marking the 2 years when President John Mahama came to office. But prior to the elections, however, and during these 2 years, the president made several promises to us, and I want from the educational sector, we had one from the energy to our economy. And notably among them actually was to put an end to the erratic power supply, which we have all come to love and call doomsaw, and others actually have a twist, doom, because they are always dooming in their area. Well, I wanted us to take a look back at some of the promises that our president made to us. This you can call a trip down memory lane.
The Eastern Corridor Multimodal Project is going to build landing sites on the Volta Lake at all the major communities where they engage in fishing. But aside from that, roads in the catchment area of the Volta River are going to be resurfaced. And that is how come the Japon Dofo Adidome Road has also been included.
Going back to Accra on Friday. When I get back, I'll make your alawa one.
I'll speak to the finance minister. I'll make sure that the alawa.
Without a good education, no nation can develop. And so we're going to roll out a package of education that Ghanaians can be proud of.
I wish, as President of the Republic and leader of the NDC party, to express my personal and sincere appreciation to you for the continued support you give to our party. We have a policy called Energy for All, and under that policy, we are going to raise the electricity coverage to 99.999999%. And so we know that God is with us. As president, I remind myself each day of my calling to serve and to help create a prosperous nation for ourselves and successive generations. Now, this is the interesting part. It will be one in which we banish darkness from our land.
NDC, one part.
So 2 years on, we're all assessing our president. And a senior research fellow at the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, Dr. Ransford Jampo, has delivered a damning verdict on the performance of the president's administration. According to him, President Mahama's government has been battling with severe crises which has brought untold hardship onto Ghanaians. Dr. Jampo chronicles several happenings in the last 2 years, ranging from the economic situation, the power crisis, and various corruption cases, as some of the major challenges the Mahama-led government has had to battle. He says, quote, "This is a government that has suffered severe crisis over the past 2 years. When we talk about governance, we are simply talking about demonstrations, protests, which are not necessarily motivated politically. You can see all manner of people participating in such strikes, so it's not been trouble tight for President Mahama. And I am hoping that in the next 2 years, as we prepare for another election, he will be able to do more to redeem his image." And it goes on and on and on. Let's shift the focus to you, my audience. What do you make of President Mahama's first 2 years in office? You have been speaking to us on this issue. We'll take our first video blog.
Mahama's government say he has helped the government a lot, he has helped the country a lot. If I could say one, our next demerits act I could say is about the doomsaw, which we all know. And that's what I could say about his governance, about what is not going on in the country, but they didn't do so. And for certainly, we are all students. We are still in, some of us are in our service for now, we are doing national civics. But sometimes when we get from the civics, from the university, we get on to do our civics, we don't get what jobs to do. We still be searching for job house to house, looking for jobs for companies. Bring your CV application letter, you lay it down, but they will say they will call you. Nobody's going to call you. That's what they're facing now. So I think we're facing unemployment. There's no employment in the country too much. And I think we could let him know, say, we voted to him. We voted him when he was there. So he's trying to remember we the youth. We need job. There's no job in the country.
I can say that the whole of this country, everybody is complaining. Things are not really going on well. So I can't say this sector is doing well. Look at this lighting system now. And just look at this. Every day you don't have lights. People cannot operate doing their business. So when you come to the private sector, things are not going on well. When you come to the government sector, people are there chopping money here and there. I can't give the president any, but only just 50%.
With our president John Mahama, he's doing well. His term of office is okay, but it seems I have a little problem with his workers under him. That's his arm, the arm under him, because looking at things, it seems 2014, there were financial crises for which we faced, and then 2014 was the worst one, which I think those working under the financial sector, they should be able to like work out stuffs, and then also with the light system and then this water problem, I think. But he's a good president. He's doing well. All he needs to do is to just talk to his people, and then they should sit up and then work on stuff for Ghanaians to enjoy as a citizen.
I'm not seeing anything going on. Well, nothing is going on well for me, so I'm not seeing anything.
Anyway, I would say it has been a on and off year for him, but we are still hoping for the best to come. Since it's a 4-year term, we are all praying that things will work out for us so that at least we can fulfill the Better Ghana agenda as we were all expecting from him. So with God, all things are possible.
2 years in office, so far so good. The problem we have now is promises. They are too much. If he thinks that he is not ready with the promises, he shouldn't come out to it. Because if he promises us, we are expecting him to do much better. So even though some of the promises he has been fulfilling them, yeah, it is okay. But my problem is if you think you are not yet ready to say fulfill, yeah, you shouldn't come out and say it to us so that we shouldn't be in an expectant mood.
You're still watching JN Interactive, and we are talking about President John Mahama's 2 years in office so far. We've been assessing it. We're going for a very quick one. When we come back, I'll take some of your comments that are trending on Facebook, and then we have some more blogs for you. Please don't go away. Welcome back. You're still watching today's JN Interactive, and we're talking about our president, John Dramani Mahama. 2 years in office so far. What do you make of it? Your comments are coming in on Facebook. I'll take some of them. And the precursor is already set 2 years today. President Mahama sworn into office. What do you make of his tenure so far? And what specific areas? My focus today would be the specific areas that you think he's done really well in, any specific areas he's done poorly in, and if there are any improvements which you think he should make, which areas would you want the improvements in? Richard Freya just says mediocre. Okay, you're just rating him but not offering any solutions. Jeffrey Jefferson Queno, thanks for the opportunity to assess my president. For tourism sector, he really did well, because I personally cannot count the number of times he has visited other nations touring, praising other nations for building beautiful cities. Again, his fight against corruption was wow. He did well. Talk of SADA. I'm yet to see areas he performed poorly. I love you, Mr. President. Okay, John Boachi says 10 out of 100 governance performance. Whoa, just 10%? Abysmal. Paul says Mahama's 2 years of government, electricity F9, governance F9, corruption A1, propaganda A1, road E8, economy D7, communication E8, chop A1, water C6, health E8, sports F9, inflation A1, promises A1, Better Ghana agenda F9, overall position 3%. Ouch, that hurts. John Watching Capture says failure. Frank says 2 out of 10. Oh, Newton Jeffert, although there were some corrupt activities, his administration has been very transparent. So many developmental projects have been embarked upon, correcting the fraudulent payroll system, and I also admire his sincerity. He has a lot more to do given the higher expectations of Ghanaians, and indeed we are hard taskmasters. Brad Phil says, I won't take that, and like I said, decorum, 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 decorum. If it's not decorous enough, perhaps because I've projected, someone will read it, but I won't take it myself. Kennedy Asare Bequin says, nothing important to Ghanaians apart from corruption. His part members are enjoying whilst the others suffering. 10% to President Mahama. Bright aboard, the government has 12% so far. OMG. And that has been your assessment. But haven't told us what you think. You also shared the areas you believe he has delivered on, those he didn't do so well in, and areas which he needs improvement. We'll go and take our final video blog for the day. Please don't go away.
Job side, the economy itself, things are not moving as we expected things to move. And you know now, everything is all about money, you know, everything is all about money. But at first, you can just get up and do something without money involved. But now, you can't have it all that way, like that. But I would say, so far, so good. On the better side, I would say, he's working hard. He's working hard. I think, if not, even in this Accra so far, other regions and other towns and villages, I think it's working much better for them. So I think so far so good.
From the electricity company, from the ECJ, he has not done well in there. And I think job creation, there's no job around.
Oh, he's doing well. He's doing well by building some infrastructures, some schools, and then especially the circle overhead. Yeah, I think the man is doing well. Yeah, for that one, yeah, I congratulate that.
We would like the president to listen to people like Dr. Steve Mantel, because the guy has a lot of ideas. They should really listen to Ghanaians, because a lot of us are crying. People who were supporting the NDC are now really disappointed.
I've seen improvements in some of the road networks, water system. As for electricity, I won't go there because it's not good. So far so good, it's okay. And I'm sure by maybe 2016, before 2016, things will improve better and much than what we are seeing, because he said that 2 years within 2015 will be okay. So we are just looking at what he will do. So for me personally, if you say I should rate his performances, I would say I will give him 60 out of 100.
You're still watching today's JN Interactive. I'll go for another short breather. Don't go away. When we come back, you know what we do here. I have something funny for you so you can laugh your head off before you go off. Stay on. Yep, welcome back. My partner Ikram is back. We can sign off together. But I promised you something funny. It's a picture of the day. There are actually two pictures of the day. And the first one, National Doctor is calling you. Xmas is over. School fees next.
And the school fees, you see the way it's written in pounds sterling.
To tell you that you have spent all your money, so please come and take some lotto from the lotto doctor, so you get some money to pay for the fees, or the children won't go to school, because
it's hilarious.
It's hilarious, I know. And there was another one. The final one says, Run for your life ministry.
Oh my God. And that's,
so are you running to him or you're running away from him?
That's supposed to be a church?
Yes, it's just a church. Run for your life ministry. And they go to church Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And look at the time, 6:30 to
Prayer
7:30.
Tower, fellowship, youth fellowship, Bible teaching, counseling, women's fellowship, healing and deliverance, rehearsal. And then Sundays is the anointing service.
The spelling. See, the spelling for rehearsal is written out. Rehearsal.
I was trying to gloss it up a bit to say rehearsal.
Rehearsal.
And then the fellowship and all that. Oh my God. This one there, we are giving the man free advice. But if you want to run for your life, you can go to Run for Your Life ministry. So that's.
Oh my God. I mean, it's amazing. Run for your life.
I know.
It's like you're supposed to be afraid.
No, I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand the grammar, the syntax. Run for your life ministry. So, if you're running for your life, then what? You're going to them or away from them?
Maybe to them.
Towards them.
Run to us for life. You know? Run to us for life ministries.
Then they should make it Run to Us for Life ministries.
It's incredible.
In fact, you and I, we should start a church. They're an interactive church.
I'm sorry.
Pastor Steve Auntie and Prophetess Mariam Toure.
I have my ministry actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have a solid ministry. You won't want to know.
Okay, we'll see us in chambers later.
My name is Steve Auntie.
My name, as always, is Mariam Toure.
And thanks for staying with us. Enjoy the rest of our
Yes,
programs.
of course. Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Joy News Interactive was brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.